Now, opting for a salad might feel like a healthy choice, but don't you be fooled by the S word, salad. It might surprise you to know some of the most common salads have more fat, more calories, more salt than a Big Mac.
Not all salads are equal.
Really?
Sunrise nutritionist Susie Burrell is here to take us through the worst offenders. Now, before we start, walk us through the nutrition of a Big Mac so we can put this in place.
Naturally, Big Mac is a fast food, so it's deep fried. There's not a lot of positive nutritional things you can say about it. It's got about 500 calories in it, which is more than a small meal, at least 10 grams of fat, depending if you get the double burger or not. And it's got a massive amount of salt, you know, almost half your upper daily limit. So it's definitely not a healthy choice by any means.
So that's the benchmark, right? Okay, that we're using today.
Because what we want to talk about is, now, if you make a salad at home and it's got some rockets, some parmesan, some olive oil, there's no issue with that. But when you buy your salads at the salad bars in the food courts, this is the typical presentation. You get something like a chicken Caesar salad.
Chicken Caesar.
With
healthy.
Deep fried chicken, tons of parmesan, oily, creamy dressing, anchovies, bacon, 40 grams of fat.
That tastes so good.
And it's not a good type of fat. If you dress your salad with olive oil at home, it's the good type of fat. But when you're buying them mass-produced, they tend to be packed full of fatty meats, very low in actual salad quality. You're not getting a whole lot of lettuce and tomato and cucumber and all the low-calorie ingredients. And this is one of the most popular options in the food court.
So 4 times fatter than a Big Mac.
So just because it says salad doesn't mean it's necessarily our definition of a healthy salad.
Okay.
Now, another popular one, pasta salad. It's always on the menu at any of the salad bars. Again, creamy dressing, tons of carbs, you know, 60 to 80 grams of carbohydrate in a pasta salad. That's almost what you need for an entire day. Not a lot of protein, at least 20 grams of fat, a massive amount of carbohydrate coming from that. And that's not going to keep you full for any period of time because you're not getting the leafy greens, the salad vegetables that are low calorie, and the dressings are high in saturated fat. They're creamy, they're oily, things like pesto, tons of fat and calories.
That's still better for you than a chicken Caesar.
Oh, they're all bad. I wouldn't say any of them are particularly good.
What a great... this is meant to be good for your constitution grains. Does that make you regular?
The whole grains, we're seeing a lot of quinoa, a lot of buckwheat salads. Now, again, nutritionally, they're packed full of calories and carbohydrates because they don't have the leafy greens and the low-calorie ingredients. So they're healthier than a Big Mac, technically, because they don't have the saturated fat. They don't have the salt. But they're still very, very high in calories. You know, a salad like that will have at least 600 to 800 calories per serve, at least 50 grams of carbs, almost half what you need for the entire day. And it's going to give you a huge increase in blood glucose levels, and an hour or two later you're going to be hungry.
And you're going to crash.
You are, and be craving more sweet food, and that's the issue with these heavy carbohydrate-based salads.
Now, I have to be honest, this is the one I'd try and do if I was in a food court and you had to grab something, because you'd think that would be healthy.
The rocket pumpkin feta, I think this is the most misleading salad on all the menus, because when you take a look at the nutritionals, the combination of the pine nuts, the amount of feta they use, the oil, has got about 40 grams of fat per serve. So definitely not a healthy choice. So be very mindful that when you're buying pre-prepared salads, they have enormous amounts of dressing on them, far more than you would ever include at home. Lashings of cheese, avocado, nuts and dressing, all high-fat ingredients. So it's technically healthy, but it's packed full of calories. And if you're trying to control your weight, that is an issue.
Hang on. How can you say technically healthy?
Because it's ticking the box.
It's not.
It's a great question, Koshi, because there's a difference between healthy eating and eating for weight control. It's healthy food, it's healthy ingredients, it's healthier than a Big Mac technically, but it's too many calories. So it's high in fat. So it's still got the greens in it, it's still got some nutrition, but be mindful that when you buy them away from the home, they've got a lot of extras in them, packed full of extra calories and fat that most of us are going to sit down all afternoon and not burn off when you have it at lunchtime.
Right. Asian noodle salad.
Noodle salads, packed full of, again, the noodles, the dressing. Particularly the Asian-based salads tend to have an enormous amount of salt in them. It's like when you eat Asian food, about 2,000 milligrams of sodium per serve. And so, again, this is going to leave you feeling bloated and heavy after eating it. So the take-home message is salads that you buy away from the home...
The take-home message is to have a Big Mac. That's what I take out of it. Stuff the salad, I'm just going to have a Big Mac.
You might as well just have a Big Mac and give up.
Well, the salads that are pre-prepared are not generally good options. You're much better to make one yourself than one to pick your own.
What if you sometimes you can't make your own salad? You're racing and you go to a food court or you're in a cafe and you think, I'm trying to do the best you can.
Greek salad.
Greek salad.
Greek salad. Chicken Greek salad.
Yeah, but that's got feta.
But it doesn't have the volume of carbohydrate and the range of fat. So it doesn't have avocado plus this, plus oil, plus nuts. So it's a relatively plain option.
Yep, go the Big Mac. That's right.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Go the Big Mac. It's healthy.
Now I feel like a Big Mac.
Thank you, Susie.
Thank you.
That was terrible.